Alright, gonna check and see how this works. First time I've recorded something on PlayStation. This, by the way, I just loaded in. This is actually my second world. My first world was a nightmare. This was my item sorter. Kind of basic. Had an input right here. You'd put something in, polished right, for instance. Diorite, put it in there, and it would take it down. Very old school basic stuff here, very early learning. So it would go into here, it would travel down. There's multiple floors to this. This is a quick input to the upstairs chest. This is an overflow box of stuff that either is overflowed or I don't have a spot for it, or maybe it jammed for a minute. Polished diorite, like, it ends up, oh, there you go, right there. So there's where it ends up. Just got the furnaces, crafting tables. There is a second floor to this down here. And here's a little bit of your less common items that I would use here. Let's see, I probably have this in here where I was working on it. So some behind the scenes of what this looked like. Keep hitting the buttons. Buttons are opposite than what I'm used to on PlayStation here. So here was the system. That's the second floor of it. Here's the first floor of it. Second floor, I don't know if I can get to it from here or not. I might be able to. Once again, very primitive, I guess you would say, for something, but you know what, this thing worked great. It was a machine. I had a few issues with it early on, but I figured that out, what I did, and just a very almost seamless design. It's like a big old clunky machine, but it worked really, really good, I thought. Very easy to use. I mean, I put a lot of stuff in this machine back in the day. Just used the heck out of it. So anyway, there it was. Had my this table here. Used to farm the heck out of the End Dragon. You could reset it on PlayStation. You could reset the dragon very easy. It was in the options menu. Very easy to reset. Just had mega diamonds. I'll show you where this is the castle, by the way, that we're in. I'll show you the final floor of the sorting system. I don't even know if I got a sword on here. Smite sword, probably not the best to fight that creeper. My lighting wasn't the best back then. I'll show you the upstairs to this castle, or the middle floor, I guess, the other part of the sorting system. As you can see, I started crafting with blocks of diamonds. This is stuff that I just had way too much of, right? So I had cobblestone, stone, stuff like that. Stuff from the farms. So keep going up this castle. Oops, and the buttons are opposite. Once again, I keep throwing my sword down. This kind of gives you a good overview of everything, though, being up here. How everything was. All this was a mountain, by the way. For whatever reason, I just decided to flatten it. Which took a lot of work, a long time. This is trophies on survival mode. In some ways, I'm very proud of this this world. Just for, you know, how basic it was and how new I was at the game. Some stuff, you know, just like almost every world, I got stuff I let my daughter build. She built this little, whatever it was. She was 4 at the time when she built that. That was hers. Had my log cabins here. This was my first residence, was this cabin. There's the world. Very, very basic manual sorting back in the day. And this tower is kind of just to keep me from getting lost when without using the map. You can see it from pretty far away. My first redstone contraption was this this pumpkin farm right here, which does not work on bedrock, by the way. You cannot, this system just does not work on bedrock. Let's see if it still works here. Yep, it still works here. So I really wish, you know, that it did. It was a very simple, easy design. Made me a lot of pumpkins. That was a village that was really close to my spawn area. This was spawn, by the way, so this was pretty nice coming in and there being a village that close. This was my second dwelling. Another manual kind of sorting system here before I learned how to make the item sorter. But you know, I filled these boxes up, had the fireplace. It's kind of one of the things I like to do is make the fireplace back then. Let's see, there's the castle on the outside. Really massive build. Once again, another early on build, very proud of. Came up with all of that on my own, just didn't know how to really design the inside of it. Some farmer villagers here. Silo system I made with a item elevator for the farms. This was my sugarcane farm. Produced a lot of sugarcane back then. I don't know if it slowed down growing on PlayStation. On Bedrock, it's very, very slow. These were my carrot and potato farms. Another farm that does not work on Bedrock. It utilized the fact that the light in the back was not enough to actually plant the vegetable, and when the villager would step on the pressure plate, it would pop it up, go down into a hopper minecart below there. I think you can kind of see it right there. This guy just going to town. I mean, this thing, you know, produces. I mean, made it 2-story. That's the second floor of it up there. This is my wheat farm, which I don't know. Who knows? This thing might be broken at this point in time. I don't know. It looks like the minecart's not working below it. But, you know, I played this world for a very, very long time. Had an iron farm back here. Just set that up so I could go AFK here. I mean, and it produced serious iron. I mean, it was another big producer for me. We'll take a little trip to the villager breeder / guardian farm. I think I left off making a. I just threw my pickaxe out again. Look at that. I was trying some ideas in the villager trading hall here. Never really got completed with it. When I switched over to a different world. Let me get us to the. My end wasn't that great. It was okay. Oh, once again, building with diamond blocks, all mined. My massive mine that I just mined to the edge of the map was down here. This is my cow farm that broke. Cows used to be in there and light them up with the lava there once they grew big enough. Barn for the horses. My minecart station. I'm going to see here if the water temple, that's where I want to go. So it's this one here. Let's see if this still has anything in it. It does. Look at that. And then a little manual. You click it, pops up, off you go. Another very primitive, but working fine. Mine, rail car system. One took me to the jungle to, the parrots and stuff like that. Jungles are pretty far away on the map. The other one took me to one of the very, very many water companies, but I turned one into a guardian farm. Pretty big guardian farm. And I built a villager breeder on top of it, so that's one AFK and multi-work to breed villagers, and then I would ship them off over 300 blocks, I believe is what the distance was to where you could have infinite villagers. So I would send them off to it, and yeah, it was worked very well. In fact, there goes one there. So they just bred. I just came in. It would do the same thing. It would use the water. It would get them all the way down. Throw on my pickaxe again. I don't know. Let's see how it's play on here. Oh, there it goes. Let me just show you this real quick. Here goes the little baby villager. He's going to go all the way down to the end. He'll keep going. He'll get over 300 blocks away. Is my system for making infinite villagers. I know now, looking back, sending them to the Nether would have been a lot easier. Probably a lot less of a build, but that was the way I did it. Now let me get down here. Below us, below this here, is a guardian farm. So there it is right there. It's a 2-chamber. Down here, we did not have drowns back then, so that's something I would have had to have dealt with. But here we go. They go in here and do the kill chamber. I might have farmed it last time I was here. Had me a little bed set up, grab can. You can tell I threw some fish out. I didn't have a. Later on builds, I of course made a item sorter to separate the fish, throw them out. But there you go. Pretty much everything that's really important. Just want to show you this world. And me myself, I hadn't been on in a while. I wanted to kind of check it out. It's kind of nice to see some of my early builds. Thanks.